Wow, did you guys see this match? Coco Gauff, the future of tennis. Paula Badosa, the match of the tournament by far. Coco found herself tied 5-5 in the first set after breaking back, and she would break herself with more double faults as Paula Badosa would take the first set. But I just want to paint the picture of how good Coco Gauff truly is, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever watched a dominant basketball team? Let's take a look at Golden State on that historic championship run that they had. Now, Golden State would find themselves down a lot in a lot of those matches, but they would come back in the third quarter. And you know, with the duo of the Splash Brothers, you probably heard that. They could literally be down 9 points, hit 4 3-pointers in a row. Next thing you know, they're winning. They won a lot of matches over the stretch of their championship years because even, despite being down in a lot of those games, because they were truly good. This happens a lot with a lot of the great football teams where they commit a lot of turnovers, but before that clock hits zero, they find a way to win the match. And we're seeing Coco Gauff commit a lot of mistakes. She's making a lot of double faults, a lot of faults, but she's winning matches. She's got more wins on the season than Arena Sabalenka, in case you didn't know. She's winning matches, and that tells me something, that there's a different level of skill, and that despite all the mistakes she's making, she's really, really good. Because you cannot make the amount of mistakes she's making and still find ways to win these matches. That's letting me know that her footwork's elite, her defense is elite, and even though her offense is struggling, she's finding ways to win on the defensive side of things. That's what championships do, and I say this all the time. I coach kids, and I let them know, look, a couple things. Listen, if you can score, you can win. But when you can stop your opponents, you will never lose. It's all about the defense, and Coco Gauff is displaying how well her defense is, ladies and gentlemen. She comes through, and she comes back and takes out the former number 2, Paula Badosa. We've also seen her take out Jacqueline Christian, the world's ranked 58, and Magdalena Frach, the world's ranked 42nd on tour. She's going to take on Queen Win next. That's a matchup that, listen, guys, if Svitolina defeats Sabalenka, that's right, the race for number 2 in the world. We are watching this closely with a microscope. If Sabalenka loses to Svitolina today, Coco Gauff, she's going to be your new number 2, guys. She's going to take on Queen Win next, who finds herself here after taking out big game Shelby Rogers. Lena Noskova and Osaka today, which, look, I knew Queenwin would defeat Osaka. Queenwin is a good clay player. She plays her best tennis in Italy. She's won literally all her championships in Italy, right? She won her first junior ITF championship on clay in Italy. She won her first ITF ladies championship in Italy on clay. And she won her first main tour championship on clay in Italy, ladies and gentlemen. And the mob of fans just mobbing Coco. Coco is so darn popular. She's so loved throughout the world. And listen, guys, I've seen Coco play many times. She is loved. She is so popular. I think personally the sport will reach a new plateau when Coco hits number 1 in the world. She's so marketable. Everyone knows her. My doctor, who does not follow tennis, we were just talking about tennis, right? I was telling him about tennis. He doesn't know anything about tennis, by the way, right? So he plays golf. He doesn't play tennis. And I'm naming players to see if he knows them. So I named pretty much everyone in the top 10. He's like, no, I don't know who that is. I said, do you know who Coco Gauff is? He said, yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's a young African-American girl. She's very good. So listen, that's how popular Coco is. And I told that story previously in the past before some of you guys remember. But listen, Coco advances. How did she do it? 11 double faults, guys. She's still finding ways to win. What does that tell you? That tells you she's very, very good. I don't think people understand that. You don't beat players, elite players, making this many mistakes unless you're just better than them. Now listen, what happens if Coco cuts these double faults out to 2-1 or historically around 3 where she's average? She's going to win a lot easier. And that's when her reign at number 1 is going to start, ladies and gentlemen. It's a work in progress. She's only 20, but she's had an amazing career thus far. Next up is Queenwin. I think she takes care of Queenwin. Queenwin's got a good forehand, but Coco's footwork's going to be too much. Osaka's a good ball striker. She doesn't have the movement on clay. She doesn't have the experience like Coco on clay, who knows how to move and get balls back. Queenwin is not a good returner. So as long as Coco holds serve, she'll be able to break Queenwin and win that match. So just like I gave the Madison Keys Serrana pick out early. I'm going to give the Coco pick out early. Coco beats Queen Win. If Svitolina defeats Sabalenka, Coco's going to be number 2 in the world. Like the video, show some love. And listen, guys, a lot of you guys, remember, I have 6,000 videos, so a lot of people leave comments. Sometimes I'll wake up, there's like 500 messages with comments. If I don't respond to your comment right away, I'm not trying to ignore you or anything. The ignorant comments get filtered out. You have to understand that, because I'm a huge Coco supporter and I cover a lot of her matches. She gets a lot of hate and discrimination, and that it's filtered down to me. So a lot of people, you know, they disrespect and say mean things. But to the people that show love to the channel, I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. If I don't get back to you right away, I'm not ignoring you. It's just, you know, I'm either tied up, I'm trying to make a video, I'm researching some data, or I'm just, you know, just occupied. So just stay tuned. I'll be back. See you guys soon. Love you all.